like a plan B. They're all easy. That was the whole idea, is how easy. That's what she said. Well, whichever one. Can't do both. That's one of the other. Well, I mean, otherwise people would look at it, how do you do show straight at the same time?
Nice. Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley.
Morning.
Or should I say, Haku Haku Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley.
Haku haku.
Haku Haku. Did you read it in the Ventura County Star? They have a new project where they are rebirthing the Chumash language. And Haku Haku is, hello, are you well? Yeah, isn't that nice? I know. That's all I know. Oh, no, I know another one. There's another one. Me woo. That's ocean. Me woo. That's ocean. That's it. That's all I got. But it's important because we are on the unceded land of the Chumash Indians, so we need to, or Native peoples. So it's good to know their language and help them bring their language back to life. That's a part of our vision mission stuff, right? Yeah, a world that works for all. That's what we try to work for. Let's see, what do I got going on? Dorothy, tell me, because I don't know, but that knows. Oh, yes. The B. Thompson Award deadline is today. This is an award we give to nonprofits in the area or outside the area that are doing wonderful things in the world. They kind of match our vision and mission statement. So when we find an organization that's aligned with what we do, then we give the proceeds to that organization. And this started out when B. Thompson gave a very large contribution to the center. And there was someone, the board at the time had the wisdom to think, you know what, let's put some of that money aside into an endowment, and then we can give that proceeds from that endowment to a nonprofit. And it started out at $80,000. Well, now it's up around $140,000 or $50,000 because it's been that many years. And as a result, the benefit we get from it has gone from a couple grand to $5,000. Now, we didn't give money last year, so we have $10,000 to give to nonprofit groups. That's how endowments work. Put the money aside, it grows. We take the dividend, it grows. The principal continues to build in the endowment. And we have one of those for ourselves, too, for the center as well as this one for nonprofit groups. So this is just some of the stuff we do to help this place be around into perpetuity. So when we're all gone, there will still be a Center for Spiritual Living in Simi Valley, and there'll still be somebody come up here going, good morning! Or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be different, and they'll be like, hi, y'all, which would be really interesting. That'd be curious. Could you imagine us having some minister who comes up, good morning, let's talk. And just that happens at some churches. No offense to anybody who likes to give a lecture. Some like to give a lecture, just read their notes, and then they pray, and then they go home. But that's not happening, huh? Right? You like tangents? Exactly. Tangents are us. Yeah, exactly. All right. Now, what else I got? That's it. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy's my producer today. Dorothy Morgan's on the slides. First time going solo on the slides. Because our service teams, that's what makes this place happen. That's our service. That's part of what we do. Here's the rest of what we do. Are you ready? Shout it out like you know it. We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. Elaine.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning. Let us pray in. Take a deep conscious breath together with a beautiful spring day. And know that there is only one. There is only one God, one divine, and God is love. So there is only love. So each individual here is an expression of the love of the divine. Your very being, your consciousness is the divine experiencing the world through you. What you see through your eyes, you are the eyes of the divine. The divine gets to experience through you. What a gift. And I so appreciate this Center for Spiritual Living Simi Valley, where we come together to support each other and affirm this teaching of our oneness. I know that we do the good in the world and in this community, and through each other, just the love that we share and the fellowship in this meeting. I release this word into the law where I know it is already so, and so it is.
So it is. Please stand for our congregational song. Here we go. Well.
Mateys, it's your captain speaking. I look a little different this week. It's because of all the spiritual gold we found last week. It's turned me into a pirate. And do you know what pirates do? Yes, and they bury it so that nobody can find it. But the smart ones make treasure maps first. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some treasure maps to hide our spiritual gold. So who's ready? Who wants to come board the SS Cosmic Kids pirate ship? Let's go. Follow me or walk the plank. It's your choice.
Got a bunch of them today. Right on.
You kind of feel like you want to go, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go with her. So we have just one more week in our season for nonviolence. And so the quote for today is, "Nobody made a greater mistake than he or she who did nothing because he could do only a little." Edmund Burke. So what this spoke to me is, does anybody feel overwhelmed with what's going on in the world right now? Does it kind of make you want to just stick your head under the covers and not do anything and not look? You think you cannot make a difference? So what I'm seeking in this time for myself, and I invite you to think about this also, is to have faith in yourself and the uniqueness of the divine in you. The word of the day is action, but I thought about it in terms of you have to have faith because of what is going on in the world right now. There's a little booklet they gave us for this season of nonviolence, and they have little suggestions of things to do. And the thing I thought was good today said, journal. Make a list of what you believe in. Make a commitment to take an action on one thing in which you believe. And that's a simple thing. So here's a thought to connect this to science of mind. They say, change your thinking, change your life. And I think it should be change your thinking, change your life, and then you change the world. It's all connected. When was the last time you changed your mind about something? Are you working on a continuous basis of changing your thought about something? You know, a lot of times we have unhidden biases, not just, or maybe we're telling ourselves a story about something in our lives. So how are we going to change the world if we don't start with ourselves? So that's a way maybe to overcome the feeling of overwhelm because of everything that's happening right now. So I invite you to think of one thing that you believe in. And you know what? I like the idea of think of something maybe you have a bias about and say, how can I look at this differently? It could be a person, it could be a situation, a thing. It doesn't have to be political. It could be something personal in your life. If you have a jangle with somebody and you think they're wrong, maybe how can I think of this differently, that they're not wrong? Even just entertaining that is a huge shift. And stepping off of that, you know, that's violence. That's stepping away from violence toward nonviolence. So I invite you to make that step in your life this week. And so it is.
Thank you, Ron. While Ron is getting everything set up here, we have a new soloist today, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Jessica Brizuela.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Jessica, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you. This first song I want to share is an original song of mine. I'll be sharing some of my stuff I've written, as our theme today is about our stories. Our lives are a real page turner. So this one I wrote after taking foundations class back in 2015 at Ahaya Center for Spiritual Living, Pasadena. So this was my final project. It's called Create Flight. Changed my thinking of like, oh, we have more power in creating our own reality. So I'm also a music therapist, and I like to break things down a little. So when I worked in inpatient sec, I'd be like, hey, you know, depression, if we break it into a simple thing, it's a lot of living in the past. Anxiety is a lot about living in the future. So we gotta be present. So this is me kind of changing my mindset of, oh, okay, I can leave the past behind, and I can be a little lighter and take flight and fly away. So here we go. Everything has changed, nothing remains the same. Stay on that train, move ahead and you'll gain a new point of view. Those who ride with you and those who say no, just let go. 'Cause you create what you want in your life, you create. Just say what you want in your life and pray. Visualize, I own the prize. Search inside, is in charge and all is well. 'Cause you create what you want in your life, you create. Just say what you want in your life and pray. Visualize, I am the prize. Search inside. I'm flying away. I'm letting go and let God. 'Cause God is in charge and all is well. 'Cause God is in charge and all is well. 'Cause God is in charge and all is well.
Yes, 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 yes. Jessica, thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you. Perfect. That leads us into our gap meditation. It stands for the God awareness place. And we go into the silence for 3 minutes, and Cherie will time us and play us out. And let us begin. And thank you for sharing those 3 minutes. If you could feel how powerful that was, I invite you to create your own meditation practice at home. And if you have time, I invite you to come on Sundays before this service at 10 o'clock. We do a 20-minute meditation. It's very powerful to meditate in a group, and I invite you to join us then. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jessica, come on back up.
Hello, I'm back again. This is another song that it's based off of a song called Sojourner by J. Cole. It's by Rhapsody featuring J. Cole, and I wrote my own rap verses to it. It was a final project for Building a Healing Consciousness class that I took in 2019 while also doing a master's in teaching that had an emphasis on social justice, and we had to do an autoethnography of a time I felt marginalized or disenfranchised. But being in that Building Healing Consciousness class, I said, well, I don't really want to go back to that time and live in that place of lack. So I kind of wrote something kind of telling a story of my parents. I have my mom here, Florcy.
Yes.
And they immigrated from the heat of the Civil War in El Salvador and came here. And, just kind of grateful for their changing their mindset, or my mom changing her mindset, because I was raised with my mom. And yeah, the story is about that. Here we go. Southern California, age, it doesn't mean I haven't journeyed to other states of mind, consciousness, places I affiliate. You to know what came before me to fully appreciate how my mom and dad, while knuckles came here to immigrate. Lived through Civil War and came here escaping the hate. Yeah, they met in the States over the value of education. Both smart and on the pre-med track, but face discrimination. Told their people aren't smart, can't give no dissertation. Prove them wrong by not consuming that narration. See, they broke the trajectory, not repeating the history. To the kids it was exemplary, growing up in victory. Imagine being at the top of the class in one country and coming here working as a maid or in a factory. See, that's gotta be a blow to find yourself so laid all over. What you reap is what you sow, and like the phoenix they rose from the ashes, took action, showed compassion again when things came crash when they separated. Think mom, my eyes was the greatest. After that she never dated, said her life's dedicated to her kids, demonstrated, gave them tools to be creative. Because it's not just at schools but at home you're to inspire. Little work hard, be persistent, the tools to rise high. That's when my sister, critical thinkers and artists and esquires say, what you resist will persist. Mental shifts, believe in your gifts. Got a green plan for the future, check those goals off your list. Plant the seed, let it breed, and trust in what you see. It's success and action guaranteed, and so it is, let it go. I swam for miles only to realize the current is fighting against me, and I'm so tired, I'm floating now. From here on out, I've got to realize the power, learning to let it go and just let God enjoy the ride. Swim good and good the ride. Every tunnel is a lake, God that I'm alive. Swim good and enjoy the ride. Every tunnel is a lake, God that I'm alive. See, this is why you have to believe in the things that you do not always see. Call it God, the universe, or whatever you please. Yeah, it's working right inside us just to give us what we need. Swim good and enjoy the ride. Every day I rest, I thank God that I'm alive. Swim
Jessica, wait, don't go away. Come here.
Come. Uh-oh, you're.
First off, you can't drop that mic. Let me do that for you. This is impromptu, but let's go with it.
Okay.
You bring a classical, almost ancient musical instrument into the modern world. You've mixed science of mind teachings and principles to it. Tell us your story. How does that? Tell us your story. How does that work? You brought all these things together.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we don't have to fit in one particular box, that we can just create. Again, we create our own reality, and we don't have to fit, At one of the services, like, rap don't go with the harp, Like, you got to choose. You either rap or you play the harp.
Right.
And it's like, but you could do both. Spirit says that, you can create whatever you want to create. And if you feel like doing that, you can do that. So.
That's wonderful. Now, how did the harp come into your life? Where did that?
Well, I was taking piano lessons first, and I was very sensitive as a child. I was like, no, the teacher's mean. I don't want to go. And my mom was like, already paid for the classes, like with sacrifices. So if you're not going to pick piano, pick another instrument. And I was like arguing, like, I don't want to, but I was very shy. Like, no, just in a corner, like, I didn't want to offend her either. And I was just like, I don't want to do anything. And there was a harp teacher that overheard us. And she had a very sweet voice and was like, well, she can play the harp if she wants. I don't have students right now. And I was like, she seems nice. I'll go there. And it opened a lot of doors for me along the way, because I did still play piano. I played drums. I played a lot of things. But harp opened the most doors for me. And
Excellent.
Scholarships, schools, all that stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, this door is open to you.
Yeah.
Please come back as often as you like.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
Cherie, in the rotation, baby, in the rotation.
We just put 3 more dates for the year, so yes.
Excellent. All right, good. We have a spiritual home here too, and tell Reverend Scott I said hello. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, right?
We're good.
Just amazing. Just really, and what's interesting is our talk today, a real page turner. It's about how do you make your life a bestseller? How do you make your life a real page turner? You know, a page turner. You're reading that book and you can't wait to get to the next page. Real page turner life right here, right? Oh my God. Yeah. And an example of taking that long journey. We heard the longest journey, right? Head to heart. That's the one. And we've been looking at some of that stuff this month. We looked at staying in the present moment, inviting the newness and the novelty of Spirit into our lives. And then we moved into, releasing and letting go of things that no longer serve us. Got a T-shirt, now what's next? And then the what next required us to go into that deep calling space. Remember we did the chant. What is your deep calling? What is calling to you? And all of this is designed to get you to the next place, is creating this life that is a real page turner for ourselves, to get ourselves right, to get on the right track. We're always looking for the right track. This kind of teaching helps us get on the right track. But here's the deal. Once you're on the track, as Elaine was talking about, now you get into action. Because if you don't, you just sit on the track, the train will run you over because it's coming. Life is moving. What are we going to do with that moving life? One thing we can do is step into the awareness of this present moment. I love awareness. My big thing is awarefulness. It's one of the 7 books I'm going to write. Because people talk about mindfulness, right? And mindfulness is fine. I got nothing wrong with mindfulness. But it's the mind that's going on. But the Spirit is expressing everywhere in all planes. And so maybe it's about being aware of what's going on, because aware is present to what is. Not just what I'm thinking, not just the thoughts in my head trying to quiet my mind, but the floor, the room, the temperature in the room, the air, the sunny day that we got, seeing the sunshine smiley face coming down through the hill. All that stuff is awareness. And that awareness is our seat of transformation. That's where we sit when we want to move into transformation, to write this new chapter, to write this page-turner life that we're all destined to have if we decide to step into our good. Now, we are good at a lot of stuff. Americans, we are good at getting. We know how to get stuff. We got so much stuff. What did George Carlin talk about? We got stuff to place our stuff in. It's a major business. You go around town, you got store it, stuff it, keep it, hold it, put it away in a box and pay. I just finished paying for my aunt. She's got 2 storage places. 2 storage places. Like, oh my God, really? What's she doing all that stuff? gaining dust. That's what's doing with it. We're good at getting stuff. And we're good at having things. We have so much stuff that it actually has us. It's holding us up, right? But maybe what we can get good at is get good at being. Being in this present moment. This one right here. What a sweet moment. I mean, look around this room at everyone who has chosen to experience this sweet moment together. You know, my interchange with Sandy this morning. Having Derek come, I can't wait to get into my mushrooms. Big old box of mushrooms coming, you know. Tony doing sound. How come you didn't tell me my mic wasn't on? Linda had to come tell me. What's up?
Just trying to give everybody an opportunity to
That is awarefulness. That's what I'm talking about. Present to this moment, you know. Because the mind that is called God, the mind that we call Spirit, that got Reverend Dr. Holmes, he never was really, well, he was a reverend. He was a reverend tangent. No, Dr. Holmes is kind of like Jesus. Jesus was a Jew. He never was a Christian, but he spawned Christianity. Dr. Holmes was a divine science ordained minister. Divine science. He never was a science of mind minister. So his doctorate is an honorary doctorate given to him by the Institute of Religious Science so he could kind of be combined with that thing that he started. How about that? Dude was like something else. But this mind-spirit thing is active all the time. Always active. And it's surging with a tremendous power. And that power, if spirit is surging with power and we are spirit, then ergo, we are surging with power. We have this stuff within us. And our current page on the book of our life is carrying in it the awarefulness, the awareness moment for our seed of transformation. Sometimes I'm so busy reading a book that's so good that I got my finger on the top of the page and I'm ready to turn the page before I finish the current page. And that motion right there, my awareness tells me that I am not present to what's on that page. Put my hand down and just get to the last word on the page before I turn the page. There's plenty of time to do that. And our life is kind of like that. We're sometimes in the middle of driving wherever we're going, and we're already finished having the meeting with the boss where we are in our brain cussing the boss out, but actually when we get there, we go like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever. But that's another story. But you know what I'm saying? We're so far in the future that we're missing our seat of transformation that will move us into our next experience. Our real joy in life is to kind of be like a fruit tree. Like a fruit tree, I'm into this because the mandarins this spring, the rain was so good. The mandarins are coming off the tree. Ooh, they're super sweet. There might be a couple of them left in the classroom if the kids haven't eaten them all up. They'll give it a shot. But here you go. You got this tree, and it's breathing out carbon dioxide, and it's breathing in carbon dioxide. We're breathing out oxygen, and it's coming back and forth. So we got this exchange taking place, right? That's always going on. And then the fruit tree blooms, and then the blossoms attract all the bees, and the bees come along, and they pollinate other fruit trees, and then there's fruit on the tree, and the fruit ripens, right? And then wildlife comes, and sometimes urban wildlife. I got a squirrel at my house. So, you know, all right, total transparency here. This might be a 2-minute tangent. I don't know. This squirrel has been eating my mandarins. I'm not happy about this. Now, some of the mandarins fall, and then they get a little kind of like, you know, you can't eat them because they got a little rot because they're kind of falling off the tree. And so I didn't want this squirrel on my tree. So I pick up one of the rotten mandarins, and I toss it at him, trying to get him to run away. Hit the poor squirrel right in the head. Boom! And the squirrel's like, I felt so bad. He took off. I felt so bad. So for the last week, I've been going outside, picking a mandarin, putting it on the little banister for the squirrel. Now the squirrel's coming on. Now he's a pest. I sit out in the morning and do my morning reading, and he's like, he won't even go to the tree and pick his own squirrel anymore. He wants me to pick the damn mandarin. Lazy frickin' urban squirrel. Come on, you know? But this is what life is supposed to be like. We're supposed to be in this exchange taking place. And sometimes we're so busy getting and having and stuff that we're not remembering that we're supposed to be in the experience of life so we can write this wonderful page turner that is our experience of moving forward, see? It's our journey to support life in all the ways, not destroy it. Not destroy it. Temperatures in the world, more carbon, more ozone and hydrocarbons and stuff in the planet now than there's ever been in 800,000 years. More up there. Why? Because us. We're destroying this place. This is facts. It's just science, you know? But as we write our story, we can shift things. But part of that has to be getting out of our head, what's it all about? Ego. It's all about me and how can I survive? Because the ego's job, right? The ego has one job. Make sure I don't get kilted. You know, don't cross the street in front of a car. Don't hurt. Just survive. That's what it's all about. But if we can get into the heart space, something else happens. David Benner is his name, in a wonderful book, wrote this quote that I saw. I thought was so good. He says, consciousness can be transformed. Consciousness can be transformed, as we saw, as we heard in our wonderful song from Jessica, right? And its deep center can shift us from our minds to our hearts. See, we can change our thoughts, and in that changing, we can fall into that heart space, that beautiful internal space. And when we're writing our great story, we're really fortunate here because we have an incredible ghostwriter, and it is God. And we access that ghostwriter through the word processor that God uses, which is the science of mind principles. You see, it allows us to focus on our growth. These principles help us focus on our growth. Not to say that where we are is not good. It's fine. You know, this chasing, that's one of the other things we do. We chase something. We're chasing expansion. We're chasing growth. No, I'm talking about, that's why I talked about awareness. It's being present to our good as well as moving into what may next be showing up. It's a kind of a paradoxical thing. We want to be in a transformational place. And our teaching is very much about transformation. And I think that might be why sometimes we have a few vacant seats. Because most religions, as Richard Rohr says frequently, are tribal. As Dr. Jim talked about with the spiral dynamics. Most religions are tribal. You're in my faith, and it's all about us, and we got to circle the wagons because they're all against us. Science of mind's not like that. We're transformational. We want to see how we can shift and expand our lives. And that's not always easy. See, but in this world that we live in today, this changing landscape, our natural world is changing in its landscape. You know, we're seeing all kinds of extinctions of plants and animals and ourselves if we're not careful. Our culture is making a major change and shift. We're bringing in new peoples into our country all the time that help change and shift our culture in wonderful, magnificent ways when we decide to allow it to happen. And that's how we've all gotten here in the first place. We all came from somewhere else, and we all brought something really special into this melting pot, or if you're in California, this salad bowl that allows us to be where we are. We see our social world changing. You know, if somebody was like in a time capsule and they put themselves in a time capsule in 2007 and they woke up today and you said to them, I'm going to Google that and see if it went virtual on my feed. They'd be like, what? That's, what is that? Somebody do the math. It's like less than 20 years. It's like not that long ago, you know. That's how fast things are changing on the social scene. And I won't even get into the political part. We already know how fast that's changing. So what we know is to the point where this side, we're Hatfields and McCoys, they won't even talk to each other anymore. Many of our thought patterns, many of our ways of behaving, many of our ways of thinking are outdated, outmoded. They no longer serve our individual selves or the higher self. So as we become aware of that and use this power that is surging, this tremendous power that is surging within us, we get to write a new story that can change that direction. We can answer Spirit's deep call before we turn the page as we open up our minds and enter into that heart space. And that may require moving to an updated or shifted change of thinking. We might have to be willing receptors to yet unrealized possibilities and not be afraid of them. Step into those a little bit, Step into that space, and when you do, this divine mind that is all love and infinite intelligence, therefore it is love and wisdom, it will answer. When you listen and ask, what is my deep calling? A thought will arise. It will come from mind into mind so that you can mine it and make it something for yourself. So you can move into that experience. But it requires some changes, some shifts, some growth, some perhaps enlightenment. But we walk around and they call it waking consciousness. Waking consciousness, where we're up at night worrying about bills and fears and taxes and what's going to happen and did I pay my earthquake insurance and will there be an earthquake and what was that rattle yesterday and we're just all kinds of things we get to worry about and that waking consciousness that what is here for me and what's threatening my space and is my fence high enough and is my gate big enough to keep those people out that I don't want to come into my yard and all that kind of stuff is that blocks our ability to step into a space of awareness, a step into a more enlightened experience of being. This background noise, and so we get help from moving from that place through our spiritual practices, through the meditation, through the practitioner training, through the classes, through sitting and journaling and writing and reading back and seeing what reflected, through contemplation. We get to move into a new space. We get to do we'll grow, right? But we also have to be careful. I'm thinking about I love Sufi wisdom, and there was a story of a disciple that asked his teacher, what can I do to make myself enlightened? And the teacher says, as little as you can to make the sun rise in the morning. Then what's all this about spiritual practices? That is so that you will be awake when the sun begins to rise. So we must do our spiritual practices, but also be in that place of non-attachment to what we think is supposed to happen, helping us get away from those background thoughts to move into a front yard experience as we look at what's going to happen on the next page. Dr. Holmes calls those background thoughts backyard thoughts when he says, we must no longer think in terms of backyard lot, but in terms of the infinite nature of the universe. Infinite nature of the universe. I so enjoy looking for these slide backgrounds, and this one really hit me with the guy with his kid and the teddy bear, very important, in the backyard, looking out at the infinite nature of the universe. That's where we get to go. That's what's waiting on our next page as we turn the next page. We get to step into that greater power that will assist us in making the shift. Dr. Holmes loves metaphors, and he talks about in one of his writings, I think it's in the book of Love and Law, where there is there's a seed that's in the crevice of a wall. And he says that seed has the power not only to break through the wall, but to break the wall. Your ideas are like sitting in a crevice of old thoughts, a new idea, a seed idea, and it has the power to break through, to open us up to new consciousness, to new ideas, and tear down ways that have been holding us back. And it's just a natural process that takes place. But sometimes we get so present in the present moment, we're so stuck where we are, that we can't see it. We can't allow that to open ourselves up. And that seed idea, that sometimes is on our current page. But if we turn that page too quickly, we may not be aware enough to see it. That's the key. Awareness. What am I reading? Where am I right now? Have I did some reflection on that? Okay, I got it. Oh, what's that calling me to do? And there it is. There it is. The task to change. Now, as our awareness does deepen, it's interesting things. the stuff that happens in our life, sometimes it doesn't look like it changes, but our relationship to the things that are happening in our life changes. Our ability to work through those things will change. It's kind of like that Zen wisdom where it says, before enlightenment, you carry water, chop wood. After enlightenment, you carry water, you chop wood. It's the same thing. Your action is the same, but your consciousness has shifted. So sometimes we may feel like we haven't transformed, but then we'll realize, oh my God, I just let the guy in front of me. I'm not a screaming, raving lunatic on the traffic anymore, you know? Oh my God, my boss look at my boss just being my boss, instead of, what a jerk. No, look at my boss just being my boss. And you kind of go, ha, 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 and you go about your business like the Dalai Lama. You're suddenly the Dalai Lama. Ha, 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 you know, you're just going about your business. It's just fine, you know? The circumstances look very similar, but your relationship to them have changed. That's enlightenment. That's awareness. That's the next great page that we get to write for our lives. Back to this David Benner. I really enjoyed his article. It's called The Heart of Deep Change. And he says that profound changes in consciousness subsequently lead to profound changes in identity, which then tend to ripple out into other dimensions of our being. So we make these shifts in how we think, we make these shifts in how we believe, we make these shifts in how we behave, and then suddenly other things around us start to shift and change as well. And that's part of our great journey. That's part of our next page. Our next page, our next chapter will have a local impact on us, and it can have a global impact too, as we heard about in our songs and in our readings today. What you do for yourself can also change the world. And that's part of what we're all here to do, because we're all part of this one thing called life. We cannot escape it. We're connected to it. The things we do are not just for us, but they're for everything. How do we want to go about doing those? How do we want to write an exciting new page turner for our lives? How do we want to carry ourselves forward, carry our lives forward, and in the same way, carry our spiritual communities forward and carry the world and the planet forward as well, as we make a world that works for all. And it all happens fully reading the page you're on and getting ready for the next page. And here's what also is happening. When you're turning that page, there's already stuff written on that next page. It's already there. Spirit has already decided that your experience of life is going to be good. But how we approach it is so important. How we move into that space of awareness is so important. That heart space awareness is such a key to it. Not the mind space, the heart space awareness. The part that senses the wholeness of life. You know, the heart, like the mind sometimes just doesn't get stuff. But the heart, when you were listening to this music this morning, that was your heart that felt that music, that felt the harp. The heart felt the harp. When someone reads a poem to you, your brain sometimes just goes, but your heart has a connection to it. You know, this morning we shifted. Some of you might be here for the morning prayer, the service team prayer, and we added something new to the prayer this morning. It's like, who's your source? God. What do? Serve. And when we did that motion for the first time that Darlene introduced to us, some of us got God bumps because it just felt so good. It wasn't because my head said, oh, that's a good idea. No, my whole body felt the energy of it coming from the heart. This is what happens when we get into a space of enlightenment and awareness. We get out of the space of duality and we just see oneness, because that energy is just throbbing with the resonance, the vibration of spirit. John O'Donohue, what a poet, left us way too soon. In this book called To Bless This Space, he says, each of us is an artist of our days. The greater our integrity and awareness, the more original and creative will our time become. Are you ready for creative, original time in your life? Mary Oliver, another wonderful poet, says it really well. Make of yourself a light, the Buddha said before he died. Think of this every morning as the east begins to tear off its many clouds of darkness. Think of this every morning as the east begins to tear off its many clouds of darkness. Be touched everywhere by its ocean of yellow waves. Feel yourself turning into something of inexplicable value. Feel yourself from that heart space you are turning into something of inexplicable value as you create the next great page turner of your life. And so it is. So we have an affirmation that we're going to do. And there it is. Ta-da! Here we go. The story of my life is a bestseller, consciously written, one exciting page at a time. You ready to do some writing? Yeah. All you got to do is keep breathing, wake up in the morning, and do it again. Exactly. Hey, let's do a prayer. Okay. Settle in. So feeling this divine space as it's the perfection that it is, and knowing that that idea comes from the mind of God through me as a channel of the divine, I know that each and every one of us here is a channel of divine energy, wisdom, and awareness, intelligence, intellect, but also heart, knowing, heart-minded awareness, heart-minded enlightenment. We carry this forward together as we unify in consciousness at this present moment and allow that deep voice within to speak from that deep space, from that depth of wellness and harmony and right action, and guidance, love. With faith, we apply these principles in our lives on a daily basis and know that we are the change we have come here to be, and in being aware of it, living in the presence of it, standing in that threshold of transformational change, we step in to our good easily, effortlessly. We wake up one day and go, wow, how did life get to be so good? Because we chose to see it as good. Make that choice now. Life is good. Say it. Life is good. Life is so good. As my dear friend Mark Anthony Lord says, this is so good it must be true. And I know that truth is showing up right now for each and every one of us in this space. Anyone that is listening to this voice, watching this in that virtual world, we are one with the divine, and the divine is fine. So I simply let this be and release this wonderful word with deep gratitude into a mind relationship that knows what to do, how to do, when to do it, and is doing it now. And so it is. All right. Hey, well, I have a note over here. No, it might be right here. Eye extenders. Yes, it's Darlene time. Where's Darlene? Is she in the office? Really? Get that woman. Get in here. While she's coming, you know this stuff. You've seen it before. That's the donate website part. Text the word give. Call the office. That person who woke up in 2007, the only thing on this page they understand is call the office. Text the word give. What does that mean? And what is this website stuff you guys are talking about? There's Darlene. Oh. Yes, no worries. Sorry, no sorry. Don't be sorry. You are, what is it? What is the word? You're not sorry. You're what?
Beyond.
Yeah, magnificent beyond measure. Exactly.
Thank you.
Talk about law of circulation.
Law of circulation.
Well, in terms of what you're here to talk about.
Well, yeah, it's the circulation of energy. Up-leveling your experience of our community by engaging in the volunteer program. So we're looking for, first I want to, Jessica, I'm so happy you're here. I love what you said. I love your talent. And I love, it's so true. It's all made up anyway. We can just make something else up. Like, we're not in a box. I just love that. So please come back. I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking for more service team members. We have 12, and I'm looking for 8 more. So, woo, thank you, Kathy. Search your heart and just see if you want to try a new experience. And you can always try it out. If it's not for you, no big deal. I mean, I love this community. You can mess up. You can change your mind.
You can't mess up. You just say yes and then make another yes later.
So what else do we need? I would love for, where's Ron Young?
Right in front.
Where's he?
Right there.
I would love for Ron to enjoy service without having to get up So
You mean you want another stage
we
manager?
are looking for some stage people to move chairs and mic stands. Woo! Thank you. Got one.
All right, already. How about that?
Gift.
What else are we? Oh, video production. Okay.
Yes.
If you know a niece, a nephew, a neighbor, somebody interested in video production, it is challenging. I will tell you that. But it is.
It's easy.
It's gratifying, though.
No, but he's made
Very.
it so much easier, though, because he's
Yeah.
got these devices up there now that make these little macros. They take 4 or 5 movements, and they're programmed into one button. And so you hit one button, and the camera moves, it shifts, and it refocuses, and you're like, oh, look at that. Amazing. I just did 4 things in one button push.
Yeah. So if you're into video games, it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Drone flying, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it really is. So I was thinking if there's a high school student or a college student, maybe they want some volunteer hours and they're into video production or video games, just think about it. Keep it in the back of your mind to invite them here. They can get some volunteer hours in. So Greg can enjoy service sometimes. And thank you, Colin, for stepping up. And what else? It's very fun. It actually is very fun. I love it. What else do we need? Fellowship treat coordinator. I would love a fellowship treat coordinator. Maybe we get 12 people to bring in a treat every other month. But somebody just say, hey, so maybe then Lena can take a break. Because thank you, Lena, for doing fellowship. Terry, yay! So what else? What did I say? Service team stage. Oh, I forgot to say, hello, my beautiful, caring, creative, quirky community committed to consciousness.
We got to get that on the website somewhere.
And I want to add robust. I think we're such a robust community, and I would love a robust volunteer team. We're getting there. What else? Cleaning crew. We have more and more people joining cleaning crew. They are so fun. They come, they vacuum, they dust, they mop, they're playing music.
I know. This week
They're
we had to actually
happy.
say, turn the music down. Some of us are working. They did.
So
They did.
if you want to mop, vacuum, dust, I know that sounds so fun. Just
To some of us, that actually is fun.
I do like vacuuming.
There are some
actually.
that like that stuff. I like
And
it.
It's actually I love this community, and you are the community. We are all the community, and it does take time. It takes money. It takes energy, and it's an old idiom, but it is a garden, and we need weeding and we need watering, and so please consider joining the team. And I think that's all I want to say. Oh, Samaritan Center. Once a month, I coordinate to serve 40 clients at the Samaritan Center. Yeah, it was 40 last. It's the second Tuesday of every month. And many of you have helped me, and thank you so much. Carolyn, thank you. You were such a great help last time. And so see me if you want to make a salad or just help me put it in the to-go boxes, or and you do it just once a year if you want. So, but I love that our Virginia Nelson and Ron's here started there's a meal every day for our underserved clients here in Seaview Valley, thanks to Virginia Nelson. And I do not want us to get off that calendar. I would love seeing CSL see me. I'm going to cry talking about it. But I see that calendar, and all kinds of churches are helping feed the community, and we're one of them. And I am so proud to be serving in that way. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and the clients are awesome. They're fun. We're all the volunteers, the staff. We have a great time on Tuesdays. So come join me. And I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, it's a safe way to stretch yourself. I hate speaking in public, if you could believe that. But because
Yeah, we had to go find her, right? She wasn't even ready.
because of this place, I don't freak out speaking in public anymore. Because you guys are safe, you're loving, you're welcoming. I can mess up, and I still know that you're here for me. So that's the same coming back. The face you show is the face you get back. So please stretch yourself, do something different. So that's my spiel.
Wow, that's beautiful. Darlene Bellis.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Gosh, you do so much. She's really just an amazing support in the office. It's wonderful. So when we do this affirmation of abundance, it's not just for the money. It's for all the things Darlene talked about. It's for your own life expansion. It's for your next big page turner. So let's do this together right here now. Ready? Divine love. It's doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. All right. Thank you, Cherie, for the songs. Thank you, ushers, for your basket passing. Thank you for your gifts to the center. And don't forget to take a look at all these events that are coming up.
What I see here is love and energy spread to this community. I received these gifts on behalf of Centers for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, with deep gratitude, knowing they go out into the community to do only good. And so it is.
So it is. Okay, one more from Jessica. I wish it could be a few more, don't you? Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, I have one more song to share. It's another song that I wrote. And story behind this one, I also do triathlons. I like to do Ironman, half Ironman, 70.3 miles, swimming, biking, and running. And in 2016, I was training for a half Ironman. And I lost control of my bike. There was a car coming the other way, and I swerved on the road. And I was airlifted to a trauma center. I got stitched up on my face, had facial lacerations and a head injury that really slowed me down. 2 days later, due to the head injury, I fell at home again, and my mom found me unconscious on the bathroom floor, and I was back in the hospital. So that time was just eye-opening. I was like, oh man, I gotta slow down and, be patient. So being a music therapist too, I said, well, I help people heal and write songs for themselves, but I'm like, I need to practice what I preach, and I'm going to channel that and write a song as I help myself. So this song is called Crash Boom, that, things can change at any moment, and it's okay to rest up, no shame, and you get back in the game. So yeah, I've done many half Ironmans after that. I've competed on Team USA in Slovakia for their multi-sport world championships. And yeah, so a lot of things have happened since then, but just a reminder, crash boom. And today too, even I got makeup on my outfit. And we were late, and my mom and I were trying to wash it off. Oh, stopped at a gas station, but this is why I have the jacket on. Crash boom. We were like, it's okay, you know what? We'll just figure it out. So things still happen in life, but we're just better at, moving forward. So here we go.
Thank you.
Jessica Brizuela.
Thank you for welcoming me here. Such a wonderful energy. I feel very welcome here, and thank you to Cherie too.
Thank you. Wow. Just wonderful. I was just thinking, I'm just amazed at, you got your hands, your feet, and you're singing. That's a lot of stuff going on. That's a lot of coordination. I know you guys. I know all you guys do that over there too. I'm not taking it away from the fantastic work you guys do.
He does it.
All right? You got the most amazing band. The Soul Purpose Band. Steve Fowler, Randy.
We're L-less today.
Yeah, I see. No CS or else. That's
They're
all
all
right.
busy running,
That's all right. They're all
jet
doing their own.
flying around.
They're doing their own Ironmans. They're doing their half Ironmans or something. Yeah, they'll be back. And Costa, thank you so much for everything that you do. In fact, stand by. I'll be talking to you in a minute. The service team today, we've got Costa's on the lead, and Becca and Kathy Burt are on that team, and we are already have seen Ron at work. We know what he's up to. And Greg has been kind of sitting in the seat watching today because Colin is up there pushing the buttons, making the magic happen. Want to welcome Dorothy to the service and team as a volunteer on the slides, which is amazingly well done. And of course, recognize Jessica and the great work that she's done today too. Thank you so much. Please do. We're looking forward to when you get back. Tony back there on the sound. Cindy, Joy, and Dan Daly are back with the kids, having fun. taking off, walking the plank, hopefully not. Cheryl Glass will be in the office afterwards, and fellowship is from Costa and Elaine today. All right. A couple things to remind you about the B. Thompson Award. Oh, I already did that, didn't I? B. Thompson Award. The important thing I don't think I said is today is the last day for making your application. So the application is online. It's on our website. Just click the link, fill it out. But tomorrow the application will be taken off. And we got 6 or 7 already. So throw your organization in. I don't know. I don't know all of them that are there, but I'm sure that yours are there. Now, coming up on the street fair, it's on May 4th, easy. May the 4th be with you. May 4th is the street fair. We have really had a great street fair last year, and one of the reasons is we had a planning meeting in advance of the street fair, signed up our volunteers, signed up all the days, had everything working. It worked like clockwork, just boom, 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 in, out, no problem whatsoever. We want to duplicate that. We'll have a planning meeting on April 14th, right after service. If you were here for that last year, you saw it. What did it take us? Like 30 minutes? We were in, we were out. It was easy. So come to the planning meeting on the 14th and be a part of our booth team for the street fair. And you can sign up for an hour-long volunteer shift. We prefer 2 hours if you can do 2 hours. Maybe you just want to help us compile things. Maybe you want to show up the week in advance and help Darlene put everything in line up for the guys who load up the truck and the gals who load up the truck and take it over. There's opportunities for everybody to participate in the street fair, which is a wonderful way to get to know the community. We have such a good time, and people know us now as the people who give away books, and it's a wonderful experience. So come out and participate in the street fair. And there's another way that we're looking for people to serve. Costa, could you come up and talk about this? Because in the world today, we've talked about how crazy it can be sometimes, and we realize that we need to be prepared for every possible scenario, and Costa is working on that.
Thank you. You guys look wonderful.
Up close.
I think I'm going to stay up here for
No, that up close. No, just closer to
Keep
your
the mic
mouth.
on.
I want him to whisper. So I can
Don't
listen.
whisper, because whenever I whisper, I hear about it for like a week.
So, listen, you are amazing. That's one of the first time I sensed just songs on a harp. Wow, you just did up great. Thank you. You guys look amazing. Like I said before, if you didn't hear me before, I am part of the safety committee here in CSL Simi. We have so far three members only. Mm-hmm. We used to have 5, but I would like to get 3 to 5 more volunteers. It's very easy. Come and see me if you're interested. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do. There's a couple things that you need to know, first of all. It's very important to know what to do in case of emergency. So if we have this 3 or 4 or 5 volunteers, see me, we're going to sit together and we'll talk. And it's very easy. Once a month, you have to do something, as in sit in a chair. I don't know if you could do that, sit in a chair and be alert, basically, okay? Okay. Well,
That's easy.
I do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thank you. You guys look magnificent, and I'll go back to this guy.
All right. Thank you. Safety team with Costa. All right. Our practitioner of the day, Elaine Ocasio, has a few things to share with you about what she's going to be doing to help you write that next great page in your novel of life.
Yes. I'm available for prayer after the service. I'll be standing right there. And if you want to go with me into the prayer room for a quick prayer, I'll be happy to do that. There's a prayer box out in the hall, and you can leave something there. It is distributed every week to the whole E-team, we call ourselves. And we do pray for all the requests that come in. And I'm just going to also put in a plug for people who want to be a practitioner. And I think we should have something like that tells people what they have to do. But a lot of you people have taken a lot of classes, right? If you've taken a lot of classes, I invite you to become a practitioner. It's transformational. It's a step beyond. I mean, this is wonderful coming to the services and taking classes, but taking that extra step to be a practitioner, it's a beautiful thing.
It is. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yes. And it's good to know we have a few folks that are actually on the practitioner track right now, and we've got another class coming up in May that you'll be really excited about. I'll announce that in a few weeks. Okay, here we go. Let's stand and do our closing benediction, and we'll sing one more time. As borrowed from our friends at North Hollywood Church of Religious Science, I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love. Boom.
Here we go. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only He can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only she can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only it can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me.
Wonderful. Have a wonderful Sunday.
I don't remember what day it was. Doesn't this sound flat? No reverb. Didn't notice what time it was. All I know is that I fell in love with you. And if all my dreams come true, I'll be spending time with you. Every day's a new day in love with you. With each day comes a new way of loving you. And every time I see your face, my mind starts to wander. If all my dreams come true, I'll be spending time with you. Oh, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. I love you more today than yesterday, but darling, not as much as tomorrow. Tomorrow's day means springtime, just a day away. And Cupid, we don't need you now, be on your way. I thank the Lord for love like ours that grows ever stronger. I always will be true. I know you feel the same way too. Oh, I love you more today than yesterday,
never gets old, does it? It never gets old.
No, it doesn't.